After having 3 kids, I am so ready to get back to what I used to be. Welcome to Project Mom Bod 2025. My name is Brittany. I'm 38 years old and my current weight is 190 pounds. And my previous weight, or my pre-baby weight, was 160 pounds. I have had 3 kids. My oldest is 11 years old, and technically that pre-baby weight is what I looked like when she was 6 years old. And that's when I got pregnant again, and I had 2 babies back to back. So right now I have a 3-year-old and a 2-year-old, and this is what I look like after having those 2 babies just back to back. And honestly, the pre-baby weight is probably not realistic because I don't have that same kind of time, and my body has just really changed a lot since then. But I do have a goal, and the goal is to lose 20 pounds in the next 90 days. I'm going to track macros, and I'm going to do low-impact exercises at home. I won't have access to a gym. And if you are wondering what are macros, let me explain it to you. That is protein, carbs, and fat. Macros is just short form of macronutrients. These are examples of proteins, carbs, and fats. You can kind of use this as a cheat sheet or a little guide if you are tracking at home. But before I can track those macros, I do need to calculate how many calories my body needs. To calculate this, you take your weight in pounds, multiply it by 12, and that becomes your calories. So for me, my maintenance calories are 2,280 calories per day. That's the number of calories I would eat to just maintain my weight. So to figure out how many calories to eat for a fat loss, you are going to take the maintenance calories, subtract 500, and that's going to be your fat loss calories. For me, that's 1,780 calories per day. Now for the macro part, we're gonna do something called 40-30-30. I like to use the app MyFitnessPal for tracking my macros, but if you plug in your weight and your goals, this is what it comes up with, and this is not what you wanna use. You'll wanna customize it by going right here to the nutrition goals, and then you're going to put in the calories that you just calculated, and then you're gonna separate it into the 40-30-30. That means 40% of your calories for the day will come from carbs, 30 from protein, and 30 from fat. This is usually a pretty good starting point for tracking your macros. Now for the exercising, I did say we're going to do this at home. Now I did used to be a CrossFit athlete, so I do have a pretty solid understanding for how all of this is going to work and how it works for myself and my body. I'm going to be aiming for 3 to 4 times a week for 15 to 30 minutes, and I do know that there will be some challenges with this because I have 3 kids and a busy schedule, but I do plan on working out on Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Saturdays. So I'm going to try my very best to stick to this schedule, although I know it will be a challenge for me. And speaking of challenges, there's a few others. I do know that it's going to be very difficult for me to increase my protein and drink more water. These are things that I personally struggle with and have always struggled with. I also have a hard time with eating breakfast. School days are very busy and I tend to skip breakfast because I'm trying to get my kids out the door, but I need to eat breakfast. And working out consistently will be the biggest challenge that I have here. Now to help myself prepare for breakfast, I plan on doing things that I can make ahead of time and just have in the fridge ready to heat up, like breakfast burritos and overnight oats. And then on the weekends when my husband's home, I plan on making more like a hot meal because I'll definitely have more time on the weekends. For lunches, I plan to do more Mediterranean style food. And this is a personal preference because this is what I like to eat. I eat most of my veggies for the day with my lunch. I like high volume veggies with protein. I really like doing salads and things like a charcuterie board for my lunches. And for dinner time, I'm going to be doing traditional family meals because that's what I need to do. I have to be able to stick to traditional meals for my whole entire family. Because yes, I am trying to lose weight, but also I have 3 kids and a husband to feed, so we will be sticking with just traditional family dinners. January 1st is when I'm going to be starting this whole plan, and I will definitely be making some how-to workout videos and lots of recipe videos. So if you want to do this with me, follow along because we are doing Project Mom Bod this year. And we are going to drop 20 pounds in the first 3 months of 2025. So hit that subscribe button and let's do this together.